What's up, my little pretties? It's your mistress, Shao here, and today we are going to review another episode of the Wizard of Oz animated series. The classic animated series that was made in the 1990s, and this whole series is basically based on basically inspired from the MGM movie that came out in 1939. Today we're reviewing the second episode of the series, and this episode is called Fearless. Now, Fearless is actually another one of the good episodes of this series that actually is pretty good. This one is focusing on the Cowardly Lion. Mainly this episode, there's a couple episodes that, are related to, what's going on with each character. Each character has their own, episode of, okay, what character each episode's focusing on mainly, just to kind of get an idea. Now, with this episode, since it's called Fearless, this episode is mainly focusing on the Cowardly Lion. Now, for those who have not seen this series, I really highly recommend you check them out. They're on YouTube, so you're more than welcome to go research them up. Now, basically, what happens is it's about the Cowardly Lion wanting to be brave. Now, we all know about that he's scared and all that, and we all know that he wants to be brave, and he does get courage in this one. Well, kind of does, but not really. Now, basically, Dorothy and her friends are in this carnival, and they're all having fun. So the lion ends up going into a fortune teller place where he asks the fortune teller to make him brave. So she puts a spell on him saying if he wants to be brave, he needs to hear courage for the first time. And whenever he wants to return back to normal, he needs to hear the word courage for the second time. So, excuse me. So Dorothy, gets stuck on the spinny ride while at the merry-go-round. It goes way too fast and Dorothy can't get off. So the lion jumps in there and saves Dorothy. And then by the time he saves Dorothy, the Wicked Witch of the West and her sidekick Truckle are in the cart, and they basically know that the lion is so reckless he's gonna lead all of his friends to everywhere into Popland. Now, of course, Truckle says, but no one who goes there has ever returned. So of course, the Wicked Witch says that the wizard is there, and she decides to leave him a clue so they can go and find him. So they decide to tag along. So basically, when the fortune teller's not there, the lion takes Dorothy and her friends to see, the fortune teller, but only to find out that the fortune teller is not there. So of course the lion gets confused and wonders why she's not there. But just as he was about to figure out why, we get to see in this episode, and this is something I'm going to be honest now, we do get to see, no, the wizard in this episode. So basically, what happens is like the lion ends up picking up, a deck of cards, and it pops out a letter disappearing saying the wizard's in Popland. So the lion, who is brave, ends up taking all of his friends going through there. Like they go through a lot of dangers. Mainly these guys are the villains in here are like Jack in the Box characters. They come out and there's one that is there's a few of them that actually were trying to attack Dorothy and her friends, and whenever courage was heard for the second time with the lion freaks out. So they basically have to work their way around that. So later on in the episode, they see the wizard up in another platform, so they have to go over there. However, the lion tries to do that, but every time they say courage, he ends up saying, "Okay, I don't want to do this," or "No, I'll do this," and stuff like that. So the more the more they're saying about courage, the more the lion's going to be very confused on what, basically saying, "Okay, what do I want to do?" Now, later on in the episode, we do get to see that the Wicked Witch and Truckle try to, get the ruby slippers and all that. But however, we do see that, the lion gets to the balloon with the wizard, and Dorothy tries to go over there. But however, the rope is becoming too hot, and she's like about to fall. So the lion, even though without his courage, he saves Dorothy, And of course, the wizard flies away. And yeah, that's basically pretty much what this episode is. Now, the moral of the episode is, the lion is realizing, he did not notice that before, but what the Wicked Witch of the West did could have hurt him. He could have got hurt in many ways. It's kind of why they don't trust anything. And this is kind of a good lesson for all, especially for those. Like, if someone does something to you, like, for example, gives you something and you go ahead and use that as your advantage to something, they can actually hurt you in many ways. Now, I'm not saying this is the kind of reason why, some people like myself have trust issues with people I don't know. And, this is kind of like a very good thing. Like, if you're going to do something, you need to make sure that this is safe and not just go ahead and do it because you feel like it. Because with all due sincerity, you're obviously, going to go, bonkers, basically. But this episode, I say it was a pretty great episode, at least to me, in my personal opinion. I really do think the animation did a great job as usual. The voice acting was great. The storyline of how the episode went out was pretty interesting. I like the concept. The concept itself was just amazing. And, the animation is just really good. Now, I could definitely say, Popland, yet again, was not in The Wizard of Oz and Oz, like the MGM movie. However, it might have maybe been mentioned, in the Wizard of Oz books, but I really don't know if that's the case. But if you guys do know, just leave me a comment in the comments below. I would like to hear about it. But anyways, this episode was actually pretty good. Now, like I'm going to say right now, if there's any negatives that I have to say, if people are asking, I'd say nope. No negatives except for, the truckle guy, which I'm not going to be, keep repeating that character saying I don't like him over and over and over again because, I'm just getting sick and tired of doing that because you all should know. But anyway, that's a character I don't like. So if you want to find out why, just look at my the rescue of Emerald City Part 1. You'll see why. Now, I could definitely say this episode was pretty good. I really liked it. And if you guys have seen this as a kid, in the 90s or something, then you probably have remembered seeing this. Including me. I saw it. Even though I was a 2000s kid, I still liked it. Now, I'm going to say this right now, that this is simply my own personal opinion, and if you disagree with me, that's okay too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to this episode, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating of this episode is going to have to be a 10 out of 10. It's a great concept, great storyline, great animation, great voice acting, and I do love how the flow of this, and this episode actually flew well because, there was a lot of time and effort put into this. So, anyways, what did you guys think about this episode? Did you all enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what you have done personally to help make this episode a lot better? Leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comments section down below. I'm the Shadow Linus. Thank you so much for watching today's episode, and like always, if you're brand new here to this channel, be sure you like, comment, and subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you will get notified to when I upload. And like always, I will be seeing you all in the next video. Peace out.